Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Actually, we got two different names this town. One we call Mahabalipuram, another we call Mamallapuram. What is the meaning of that? We call Maha, it called great, Puram is village, Bali is a sacrificed here. That is we call in Tamil. Another name we call Mamallapuram. There is a third kingdom. That name is called Rajasimhan. He was a strong wrestler. Now we call a great wrestler village at Mamallapuram. There are three dynasties was a ruler by here. That name is called Mahendra Varman, Narasimha, Pallava, and Rajasimha. They were ruled by here to 76 kilometers we call Kanchipuram. The Kanchipuram is the town of the Pallava. What is the reason they were the king came here? Their commercial trade with another Asian country like Roman, Greece and Cambodian. They were concept seaport here in Mahabalipuram.
And a positive partnership between two of the Asian giants, India and China, will certainly help in accomplishing sustainable developmental goals. Chinese traveler Yun Sang had visited Kanchipuram, which was the capital of the Pallavas, in the 7th century AD, and he chronicled the life during the Pallava Dynasty. Yun Sang was very keen on understanding more about Buddhism. Kanchipuram then was a flourishing Buddhist center and a hub of learning. One of the joyful ways of ensuring strengthening of partnership is to showcase the rich cultural diversity the country has. Incredible India. If you want to see Krishna's butterball, you'll have to come to Tamil Nadu, India, at a place called Mamallapuram, which is the venue for the second informal summit between India and China. This cave temple would have been the largest of all cave temples of the Pallavas. On stylistic grounds, it may be placed later among the Mamallapuram style cave temples in the period of Parmeshwara Varman, who ruled from 672 to 700 CE.
They were in trade with another. So earlier was the Pallava dynasty was not based to Hindu. He was based to Buddhist, and actually when he was goes and come back, he was a small injured. He went to cure the hospital. There is no one cure the thing. When he just slept in the home, at a time some of them came and dreamed to explain him, you can follow Lord Shiva, he can sort out the problem. And he went an offer in couple of weeks, then he get cured the thing. Then he believed in Hinduism. He started a Buddhist to Hinduism to convert, and he wanted to be a dedication for Hinduism. They were started in Kanchipuram here. 1047 temple he was built. Entire in this town, we have 32 temple. It has never been completed. Why they are not completed? Because of war with another. So what the king not completed? What is the reason? It is a war with another king we call the Chalukya and Pallava. In a 1400 years ago, the Pallavas, they were in elder dynasty we call Mahendra Varman. He was started to be a common temple. They were built in here. For the Chalukya, neighbor state we call Chalukya, from another state we call Karnataka. The king came here to make a war. Why? Because at Vaishnavas and Shaivas. There are two groups of Hinduism. One of the Shaivas, it means they follow Shiva groups. Another we call Vaishnava, they are called Vishnu, they are follow Vaishnava, Vishnu. So when you are Shaivas, you are not able to build a temple or Vaishnava, Vishnu temples. Then is a war been happened. When the Chalukya came here, they not found a Pallava, because the Pallava doesn't have enough warrior. They are not warrior, they are carver only. They were getting hiding somewhere. Where the Chalukya came here, they not found a Pallava, they were getting angry with them. So what they do, they were defaced all the noses around here. So defaced all the noses temples.
Okay.
So they have no time to break 1047. Yeah. What they do, they were defaced all the noses. Yeah. It's the reason it is not a temple, it's just monument and action. Actually, we have two great epics in India, Ramayana and Mahabharata. So Ramayana was the god incarnated, we called Rama. He is a honest husband and he is a beautiful wife. Some of the demon came from Sri Lanka to here and stole her. In a Rama monkey god, they went to Sri Lanka, they killed the Ravana, bring back her and Sita Devi. That is celebration northern part, Diwali festivals. So this is Ravana, he was came here. And to the Vishnu, there is a incarnator. That is the legends we have the Hinduism. They wanted to show us to be Hindu mythologies around. We have the full of Hinduism and actually. There is another story we called Mahabharata. There are two versions. There is a Pandavas and Kauravas. The Kauravas, the bad kind of the story. It is a kind of he is a bad person actually. In Pandava there are good people. In the Pandava good do the good things. In the Kauravas they want to try to kill them. They wanted to be not grown up. They want to hit them. So they made a lot of trouble. End of the war, the goodness hit the badness. That is the story. Because it's not a time to explain like 1 hour, 2 hours. It has take time to explain it actually. So actually we have nothing to do in Mahabharata. In southern part, that is story happened from northern. We believed Hinduism, it was happened in those days, like in millions of years ago, the people lives here. That is some of the document we found out and actually they are called, we believed and actually. That is we call Dravidian tribal community. They are hunters. They are not like another caste, they are called hunters and all. Where that Aryan been inward and from southern part, they were convenient. There are some wife they lost it and actually they were mixed with an Aryan and Dravidians. We have to bring the caste and god systems and actually there in southern part we have the dynasty was show as to be some of the temples around in southern part in Tanjavur, Madurai, Trichy. But this is the Pallava. They are from trader. In trader they couldn't stay one places on those days. They are just keep on moving around. So in Pallava they came like in 2th century, like a BC, there was a dynasty, was a father of Mahendra Varma, he came to here. And after that, they were started more development. They collected all the material from southern part. They wanted to be a commercial trader with another Asian country. They were occupied in Kanchipuram. They were kept here. And he wanted to show the architecture, how to construct a temple. It is a model of designs around. Actually, we got before Christ, we have the temple been constructed in southern part. We call Kadamba dynasty. How they built a temple, they had made a terracotta. They couldn't put any hut, like open spaces. That is called Dravidian type architecture. Where that Pallava came here, they knows about 3 main architectures in India. One we call BC before Christ, its name is called Mauryas and Chandragupta in northern part. Ajanta Ellora cave. That is first architecture we call Buddha Vigara, like stupa architectures. Another we call West Bengal, it's called Nagara. It is from the cottage roof, like in hut, paddy, grasses and top hut. In a third we call Vimana, it is called Dravidian type architecture, like in pyramid, we copied from pyramid. That is we call Dravidian Vimana. And a doom look like in pagodas and Chinese dooms around. Or the Pallava show has to be 4 type architectures. Actually the name is called Ratha. Ratha, it means the chariot, temple. Actually this is the 5 different type of chariots for that. We call Ratha.
Yeah.
Actually where we are just remind for us to be Pandavas actually. There are the 5 good things we all think, the 5 brothers. That is imaginated. And 100 years ago, the people came from northern part to south. They made a split the story of drama. In our people went to see a drama. Because in our people, they are not well educated. They don't read any inscription and top of the temples. So they went to see drama. They were just imaginated. That is called Draupadi, Arjuna.
Yeah.
Third is the Bhim. Fourth one we call Yudhishthira. That is the taller one.
Yeah.
Nearby younger brother too.
Yeah.
It's called Nakul and astrological for the temples around.
Okay.
Actually, what we will see, there are different architectures.
Yeah.
And the first temple, it is called in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Dharma, the last one. There is a last one. That is the, we have the Portuguese word,
Yeah.
we call Madaras. The style we call Madaras, like in hut roof.
Okay.
In a second, we call Arjuna.
Yeah.
It is a temple Dravidian. Like in South Indian, layer look like a pyramid.
Ah.
And a dome look like pagodas in Chinese.
Pagodas. Yeah.
In a third, we call Buddhist. The semicircle. You can see the semicircle.
Ah.
The temple look like a wooden wagon, like
Yeah.
cup
Wooden
shape.
wagon. Yeah.
In a second and fourth, so the taller one, you can
the
see
taller one,
pyramid,
okay.
pyramidal type, the
Yeah.
top to bottom to cow, like in Dravidian type.
Yeah.
It is nearby elephant we call in Sanskrit word, its name is called Gaja Pristum. Gajam it's called elephant in Sanskrit.
Okay.
Pristum is the back of the elephant.
Okay.
Where we just see on top of the roof, it looks like a back of the elephant.
Okay.
You can see the shape,
Yeah.
and top to bottom it look like a back of the elephant.
Okay.
It is all AD 630 and 668. They were started like 6th to 7th century.
Yeah.
1,400 years ago, they were carved the temple. 1400 years ago, what is the beauty of the architecture? We called Greek, it's called monolithic.
Okay.
What is a monolithic? It is not individual.
Yeah.
So the entire complex made by one piece.
Yeah.
All of them. 38 years they took a time to carve it. So when we remove the sand, it is all connected by one common base.
Okay.
It's just one single boulder. They were cut and carved. 38 years they took a time to carve.
38 years.
38 years.
Oh.
Where the temple been completed, the customs of Hinduism, how they built it,
Yeah.
it should be on the top of the temple.
Ah. Okay.
Once it's completed, we have the customs of three. One of the customs, the temple been completed, it goes on the top of the temples.
Yeah.
Once we consecrated, we must do reconsecrate every 12 years. Otherwise, temple lose the energy.
Yeah.
In a third custom, anything at defaced, once it's defaced, we can't use it again. Restore it, renovate it.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason it's not a temple, it's just monumental.
Okay.
What
okay.
I'm explaining to you,
Yeah.
where they want to start like in chariots.
Yeah, yeah.
At the elephant line, they pull the temples.
Okay.
If they completed, it should be a wheel in the bottom, so they're not completed.
Okay. So this was supposed to be a chariot?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It is not movable. It's just stable there.
Okay.
It is stable there. Like they wanted to show us those different architectures around.
Okay.
It's not completed. Where the Pallava went to different Asian countries, they bring a lot of influence in architecture.
Yeah.
But the line look like in Chinese or something of influence in architecture.
Yeah. It is more like a Chinese.
So different dynasties been ruled here.
Yeah.
Kadambas, Pallavas. After the Pallavas, we called the Chola from in our district in Tanjavur. And he came here 9 to 10. He was made some temple in Kanchipuram, 76 kilometers we call Kanchipuram. They made a corridor there.
Okay.
Some of the construction. After that in 11 to 14 we call Krishna Devaraya. Vijayanagar was neighbor state. He came and ruled here. And he completed by in Kanchipuram 1001 temple he was completed there. And still now active temple there. But when he came here, he was saw the temple, he was worried about. Why? Because as temple nearby, see the wind eroded. The saline water been eroded. He wanted to do some protection. Why? Because it eroded. So he sent the people to bring the shell, to grind them. They mix with the lime and black sugar waiting on it. They make a glue on it.
Glue, yeah.
And they made a shell coating all the temple. And you can see some remains here. The white colors and top of everywhere they were remains.
Okay.
So when the king was moved from here, like 15th century, there is no one around to look after. It's all under the sand.
Yeah.
It was 15 to 18. It is all under the mud.
Okay.
1900 English came here. At 1921, his name is called Ball Britain. He was an archaeologist. He was excavated this temple.
Oh, yeah.
In 1959, our Indian archaeological undertake. At the time, we saw the temple look like very blackish. Algae is around.
Yeah.
They want to remove what it is. They want to know. So they put a chemical process to brush it. At a time, it's all the coating is gone. They bring a natural color of the rock. It's called the sand granite.
Okay.
In 1996, UNESCO was declared it is a World Heritage Site. The column look like a Greek patterns naturally.
Yes.
Where you can see from abroad, there are 3 columns: Ionic, Corinthian, Taurus.
Yeah.
And this temple be dedicated Lord Shiva, and behind is Nandi Bull, the transport of Lord Shiva.
Yeah.
And there is the Gajaprastham architecture, look like a back of the elephant, on top of the roof. It's carved from top to bottom.
Yeah.
It's all connected by one piece. You can remove the sand, it's all connected by one piece. This temple is more interesting, where at a king who were ruled by town, they were built at 3 important for people. One, they built the temples. Another, they built nearby the temple a huge water pond. The people can bathe from there. Another, they call people want to release the tensions. They want to do some meditation. We call Dhyana Mandapa in Tamil. It is a bin architecture. This as it's called rectangular. The space is the rectangular. When we should go into the sanctum, we will do the low humming bass. We will get resonate and vibrate. Resonance is there. I can show you. Please turn in. I can show you the resonance.
Mantras. And this is how many years?
6th to 7th century. 1000,
century.
yeah, 6 to 7.
6 to 7 centuries.
1000, almost 1500 years ago, they were made a meditate for the people.
Thank you.
Temple look like a wagon, wooden wagon. The shape look like a bullock cart.
Yeah.
We call in Tamil Mahabalipuram. The shape look like roof and top. Mahabalipuram, the bull and cart. They made a hut. And we not see any lion having horns and head. It is just imaginated by the myth creatures or the Pallava.
Yeah.
We call a yali in Tamil. Yali, it is means a lion having horns. The tooth is very huge. Just on the pillar, you can see the lion with the horns. It like myth creatures around. It not exist in India. It like imaginated. And they tried to start at a Vishnu temple. They not completed. It was unfinished and And actually, this temple was started from top to bottom. Top to bottom. We can't start in monolithic in bottom to top. We come from top to bottom to top.
How could they construct like that, top to bottom?
Yeah, it is the Greek architecture. This is called. In the stone, we can't start it like in bottom to top. We doesn't to bring it because when you start in top to bottom, it fall over the rocks in top.
Okay.
So they come from top to bottom. That's
Carving.
What stone is it? Granite? Or
yeah, it is called the sand granite. Actually, we have southern part, 4 different rocks. In northern part, there is called like an crystal, like a little bit softer. It's more softer. It's not very hard marbles. Somewhere you can go very deep, you will get some like Italian, not Italian, similar varieties. Another we have in southern part 4 different rocks: black, green, gray, sand granite. This is the sand granite. The color it look like we call sand granite. They were started this temple from south to north. They come. And the column look like a Doric.
Yeah.
If it's a Doric, be a plain pattern, be a circle in the bottom. They doesn't have a line on that. It is just mixed with an half of lion and half of the Doric influence. We will see. Look like Buddhist art. It's called Buddhist monastery.
Like pagodas or?
They're like actually, it's called where the Buddhist monk died. They buried a mud.
Okay.
They made a cemetery for them. There is a Dravidian type, like pyramidal type, and they have every corner 2 images been carved here.
Yeah.
That is we call Ardhanarishwara. The god show has to be equal, right? Man, woman be equal. Of man, of woman. In some of the Roman churches, you have seen as gargoyles. The gargoyles, the pattern of gargoyles. The column look like a Chinese pattern. If they complete it, it goes on the top of the temple. He bought a lot of things from that different place, like in Egyptian, Greeks and Romans, Egyptian, different architectures influence. Actually, this is not particularly for Hinduism, but this is the art in architecture. Pallava Grantham. It is the ancient script. We have the languages, Tamil. It was millions of years, like it's the very oldest language in the world. Another we have Sanskrit. Before Sanskrit, we have called Brahmi and Prakrit. The Prakrit, they were divided by Pallava Grantham. That is the script is there. We are not able to speak. We will write and read one.
Okay.
I've seen
yeah. You put like that and then
big hammer.
big hammer and you get it.
It's just 2 technique in naturals, and those days they have no machines or dynamic.
Yeah.
There are one technique from abroad. If it's freeze country, where that country freezing, in top of the rock made hole, they pour the water, 0 degree temperature ice cube.
Yeah.
But we doesn't have a 0 degree. We follow as a technique from Egyptian, how they split a rock. In top of the rock made a hole, they called a special wood. That name is called baila. They bring a wood. They put into the hole. They pour the hot waters in every day. The wood absorb, swell, expand, split the rock. As a technique from Egyptian. Where the man look like Egyptian pharaoh. The head, it look like an Egyptian pharaoh. exactly, but it is similar.
There are some.
Because the king of wind. This is the solid rock.
Yeah, it's a solid rock.
Yeah, from top to bottom. They are not made any sanctorium. It was unfinished.
Just one rock.
Yes. From they started the beginning from here.
Yeah.
To normally they are called some astrological way.
Yeah,
Vasasastram we call it.
Yeah.
They start from south to
Yeah.
north. Different chariot. It is made by one piece.
Yeah.
38 years they took a time. There are thousands of carvers.
38 years of
38
work.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
There are, if in those days, nowadays, there is a carver been
Yeah.
carved the temples.
Yeah.
They need a 3 man. If I will start some elephant,
Yeah.
I couldn't complete it. I need a 3 man.
Okay.
So 2 more man. One I can do the rough, one they give the shape. The master give the
The
details.
fine details. Okay.
Like 3 team, they carves all the temples.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
அது வந்து மேலே உள்ள தண்ணி விழுகிற மாதிரி அமைப்பு
ஆமா அது கீழே வந்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க நம்ம கோமுகம் இல்லைங்களா கோமுகம் அது மாதிரி